Hello and welcome to the Local News, where only the localest of local news is broadcast, and where we are too cheap to rent a real studio to film. Today is the first Friday of November, and that means the musical and community event of First Fridays on Atlantic. This event, from 6 till 10 in the evenings, is from humble beginnings, originating from a one-room gathering in an art gallery. Earlier this evening, this reporter interviewed one of the original musicians to participate in First Friday.
The first Friday, which was a couple of years ago, when it was in one room, and there's two artists, and they have their artwork on the wall. It's really cool, and it's grown. Obviously, it's grown.
First Friday, the participating shops have expanded to 38 businesses along Atlantic between San Antonio Drive and 37th Street.
Throwing shadows on the lights.
Many different bands play at First Fridays. Pop or hip-hop music is rarely heard here, instead rock and jazz music is abundant. Some bands play outside along the street, and others perform inside supporting businesses. Original, tribute, and cover bands can all play at First Fridays, but all are locally based.
He's got me so uptight, giving me up all night. Just rattle those pots and pans. Well, I got a devil in my kitchen.
Well, we play all kinds of music. I mean, there's just so much music to play. So we don't really do anything contemporary. I mean, we don't do any Britney Spears, or we don't do any. Who's real hot right now? I know the Jonas Brothers aren't hot anymore.
Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, yeah. We don't do any Justin Bieber. We don't do any Lady Gaga. All right. We just try and stick to the classics. We're classic guys. See? We're from the classic era. So.
All of these bands are small and local, and many find that by playing at First Fridays, they gain publicity, gigs, and more involvement in the community.
First Fridays helped your band group become more in the community?
Absolutely, yes. I just recently did a private party. We were both hired, but unfortunately he was already booked at a previous engagement. So I got hired to do a private party by myself. And one of the people that hired us was one of the persons that manages a lot of this stuff for First Fridays. And he was celebrating his sister's birthday. So yes, definitely. And there's been other things we've done too, some private parties.
I think it's great exposure from us.
Have been
It helps the community to get out, meet each other, get to know the businesses, which I think was the point. But the artists, you know, we get to come out and meet people, but I'm local. I live right down the street, so this is like my town. So I just think that it helps people to actually get to know the businesses, and I think that's really, really good. And to get to know each other, kind of hang out, really. It's not like scary to be out in your community and meeting people.
Much of Long Beach has been affected by the recession, including this station. First Fridays is considered by many to have escaped its effects and is still going strong.
First Fridays has been affected by the recession.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'll hand that over to Bobby.
Oh, and I'll hand it right back to you.
I'm going to take a sip while you...
I mean, from the standpoint we're at, it's hard to tell. I mean, it still gets crowded, so I couldn't really say. Back to Steve.
Well, as you see, even on a cold, rainy night like this, there's still a lot of people out here walking on the street. So I think that it's a pretty successful thing, despite the recession. I think it's doing pretty good.
Here it's been affected by the weather. But you know what? I think that First Fridays is going strong, and I think that shows a community effort, you know. I don't know that the businesses have been affected on First Friday, but I don't think so. I think it's growing every month, you know.
It's been local news, where only the localest of local news is broadcast, and where we are too cheap to rent a real studio. Good night.